Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is well. Listen, so today I was having a wonderful conversation. Actually, today's a funny day because today felt more so of like a motivational day. I was the one motivating people and giving people like life advice and things like that. I spoke to my nephew today. I spoke to two young ladies, real good friend of mine. Today, wonderful people who are trying to get their business going. And then I spoke to one of my agents today, right? So today was was it felt like today was a day where I myself actually needed the inspiration and and a word from people. And I came to find out that I was the one. I spent almost all day today, um, you know, giving the word to people. A lot of you guys may not know, but I'm an insurance agent, but I'm also an agency builder. I have quite a few agents who are under me, who I'm training and mentoring and things like that, right? So, I'm, you know, when this year started, my goal was such a big goal when this year started, and it still is. I don't waver from my goal. I don't care if it looks like it's not going to happen. You know, I still continue to write my goals down every single day, read it out every single day, morning, noon, and night. And and then before you know it, some little miraculous things start to happen. You know what I'm saying? You start to get little signs, little things, big cases and stuff like that start to happen for you. And that's why I was sharing with a few of my agents today, and a young lady who has a clothing business, and she was asking me, how can she make a certain amount every single day, every single month, giving her some tips and stuff like that. And so we're going over that. And one thing I want to touch on today, where I think a lot of people take it for granted, right? I know we always talk a lot about hard work, right? Like putting the work, putting the grind. But I think before all that, a couple of things got to change. One is your mental. How do you think? What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe is possible? You know, because one of my homegirls I was talking to today, when I was telling her, I believe she said her goal is to make like like $2,000 a month, I believe, in her business. I'm like, why is your goal so small? Why is your goal not $2,000 a day? Why is your goal not 2,000 every 3 days or 2,000 every week? Why is it $2,000 a month? And her response back was, I want a goal that I can reach. Then I was like, well, that defeats the whole point. Because here's what a lot of people don't understand is that ask and you shall receive. A lot of people don't really understand that. Whatever you ask for, God is going to give it to you. So when you ask for $2,000 a month, that's a small goal. God, see, that goal is going to happen quickly. You're thinking you're accomplishing a goal, but in a sense, yes, but also in another sense is no. See, the problem why most people don't want to ask for big goals, because big goals take a longer time to get to you. When you ask for big goals, God has to move some certain things out of your life. There's not too many things God has to move out of your life for $2,000. Not too many things God has to move out of your life for $2,000. That is an easy goal. But when you asking for 40 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, that is a big goal. And not only do God have to move certain things out of your life, God has to shape you and mold you for a person who is prepared to receive that big goal. Because for most people, it's something they've never done. 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, some people don't even make that in a year. So when you ask for big goals, just know that God is going to get it to you. But it is going to take a little bit longer because there's some reshaping that has to be done. There's some removal of people and forces that God has to handle. But that shouldn't deter you for asking for big goals. I know some people say, "Oh, I don't want a big old house. Why do anybody want that big old house anyway?" Ask and you shall receive. You don't want a big old house? God ain't gonna give you a big old house. He's gonna give you exactly what you asked for. But if you ask for a big old house, I I follow quite a lot of few athletes. Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Like most athletes, for example, they will tell you as a child, they will always say to themselves, I'm a champion. I'm a winner. Muhammad Ali, every time he walks in the gym, he said, the champ is here. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. Before he even won a thing, he says, I'm the greatest. And he became the greatest. This is, let me tell you, this is important. This is probably more important than hard work. As a matter of fact, so my goal for this year is so big. It's so big, it's scary. And I'm seeing little signs of things shifting and happening that I had to go back to this book that I purchased quite a few years ago. It's called The Tongue, A Creative Force. And I'm going to read a couple of paragraphs to you guys so you guys can have an understanding as to this thing in your mouth and what it's there for. It ain't there just to chew. It is there to chew food and to break down your food and the ingredients so that way it goes and digests and all that good stuff. Yes, that's what it's there for, right? But it's so much more powerful than that. Let me read this to you. Chapter 1, Words. God's words that is conceived in your heart, then formed by the tongue and spoken out of your own mouth, becomes a spiritual force, releasing the ability of God within you. Read that for you one more time. God's word that is conceived in your heart, then formed by the tongue and spoken out of your own mouth, becomes a spiritual force, releasing the ability of God within you. That's why Paul said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthened me. Those that say they can and those that say they can't are both right. If you say you can do something, you're right. You can do it. If you say you can't do something, you're also right. You can't do it. Words are the most powerful thing in the universe. Listen, I'm not going to go too much into this, but you guys should get this book. If you want a spiritual change in your life, if you want something that you can explain, celestial, spiritual, things that you just cannot explain, miracle, right? To happen in your life, start watching what you say out of your mouth. Start controlling what you say out of your. Control your thoughts, what you're thinking, because you will attract it to you. but the mouth itself is what draws it to you quickly. Quickly. It says here, the words you speak will either put you over or hold you in bondage. The words you speak will either put you over or hold you in bondage. You know, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you know, being wealthy is not for for us. Oh, that's them. They're the lucky ones. Oh, we poor people here." Like crazy stuff that people say. No wonder they stay poor. No wonder success doesn't come to them. I'm not sitting here and tell you you speak positive things today and tomorrow I'm not sitting here and tell you you sit here today and say, "Oh, I'm so thankful and grateful that I own a Lamborghini," and then you're going outside tomorrow and the Lamborghini's not there. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the more and more you say it out of your own mouth and in your heart, you believe it and you speak it out every single day, the more the universe or God start to say, "Okay, let me go down there and help my child out because this child just keep asking." It's like a parent. Most parent, when children, let me tell you something. The thing with children is this: they have this internally, but as they grow up, it gets suppressed. Okay, if you're a parent, have you ever heard your child just keep asking you, "Ma, ma, 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 Dad, can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have this?" You done told them no 50 million times. They go to the room, they come back. "Ma, Dad, can I have? Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I?" All of a sudden you say, "Yeah, just go get it." Just go get it. That's exactly how God behaves. The more and more that you speak it out, ask for it, morning, noon, and night, morning, noon, and night, morning, noon, and night. Shout it out. Don't whisper it. Listen, I wish I had my goal book here with me, and I don't. I have so many goal books from over the years, from over 10, 12 years of me writing out my goals every single day. And when I go back and look, oh my God, I accomplished that. Oh my God, I went there. Oh my God, I made that. Oh my God, I'm driving that now. But most of us are so focused on the negative and what we don't have going on, right? Most of us are focused on the negative and what we're going to have going on and where we are currently. I'm not sure how true this is, but I believe it's true. I was watching a movie about Nelson Mandela, right? And they was talking about how when he was in Ellis Island, how he always used to say out of his mouth, "I will be free. I will be the leader of men. I will be," and somehow the man got free. Somehow the man got free. This tongue is a powerful thing. I wanted to take a moment to share that with someone. I was inspired today to share that with somebody because I was going through my day today and I'm coaching people and I'm helping people and guiding people towards what they're trying to do. Okay, trying to lift them up in life, trying to uplift their belief about themselves and what they're capable of doing. I was inspired to talk about this today. So I hope this message reached the right person well today. I hope this message helps somebody today. Whatever you want, it is yours. But you got to keep in mind is the consistent positive thought process. Is the consistent positive conversations you have with yourself. Is the consistent out loud action for the things that you want. At the same time while implementing work. When you can tie all that together, life will change for you within a year, within 5 years, 10 years. We're gonna look back and then we recognize who you are. You're a totally different person. So listen, you guys have a wonderful and blessed day and have a successful day. And don't forget, just ask. Talk to you soon.